I did it finally. I hope the audio is on. If you can hear me, somebody send me a text because I don't know what the heck I'm doing here. If you can tell here. Let's see. I am, it said, I got a note that said add audio or click here to add audio, but I don't see where I'm supposed to add audio, blah, blah, blah. So if anybody knows where that is on here, please tell me. Comment somebody. Okay. I am waiting on some comments. It was on, the audio was on a while ago. Connection is unstable. Can you guys see me or hear anything that I am saying? Okay, what am I doing wrong, people? Tell me. No. Happy first live. I'm no help on a live stuff. Oh, thanks a lot. Tanya says she can hear me. All right, it's about time. Thank O'Rourke's Littlefield. You guys saving my bacon here. Okay. So can you even see me? Because it says I have a weak internet and I don't have a cord to hook to my internet to make it any better. I'll have to buy one if this doesn't work out. So I'm hoping somebody there will see it. Thank you, guys. Well, this is my first live. I don't have a clue what I'm doing. Somebody sent me a text. My daughter says she can hear me, and I commented, but you didn't see it. I just saw it, Tanya. Let me cut this thing off. I'm not supposed to be getting phone calls now. But that is great, guys. And so here we are. This is my very first live. Hey, I've been on here 3 minutes and 18 seconds. Wow. But you guys, I am in the process of building a hoop coop because I have those Jersey Giant chicks. I think they are almost big enough to put in with my standard size chickens that are laid now. Of course, my Jersey chicks are not laying, but you know, they get really big. My Jersey Giants do. But I have the chickens that hatch from the eggs that I got at the Mid-America Made-Up from Jeff at Bobblehead. So I have 7 of them that made it. And we had a couple more, but they just didn't make their way out of the poor little eggshells. I don't know. They pecked on them and quit. I don't know if they were just weaker chicks or what. But I am attempting to build a hoop house. I don't know exactly how it's going to turn out, but it's looking pretty darn good. I've got to decide where to put it. I've just got a message from O'Rourke's Littlefield. I like that message about balls. Thanks, guys. And they also said that Jeff has some tough birds, so that's good. These are doing great, but we got 7 of them in a small cage. So I'm going to attempt to get those little suckers out of that pen and put them in this bigger pen. I have some awning material. We got a whole roll of it when my great uncle moved from his hunting lodge place down here when he sold out to the Kia plant. And so I'm going to bake some of that, cut some of that and hem it under and make instead of using the cheap blue tarp material that, you know, I've seen people use, and I don't know, I guess you could get heavier duty or whatever. This is white, and I'm going to put it on there and fasten it down. And so they are going to be comfortable, I guess, this winter. I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to make a nesting area on the back of it. I've got it built so that I can. All I have to do is add a little area and stick in those nests with a way to get into it from outside. But right now, you know, I just started building it in the shady spot. So I've got to figure out where to put these little critters and to put the pen so it won't be in the way with us. You know, I live on top of this huge hill, so we call it Sandtown Hill. So we're going to find a place to put it, and we're going to go ahead and put it before we put the last of the chicken wire on. And I think I'm going to put that 2x4 wire around it too. I have not done that yet, and the pen is 8x12. So it's going to be plenty big enough for those chicks, and I'm going to try to keep them together. And I'm thinking that mine are True Blues and Green Eggers that I got from Jeff. I'm almost positive that's what he said. And they're supposed to be a real dark green if I have them. And they want to know how much it costs. Now, I had the 3 cattle panels, but I bought the hoop. I bought the 2x4s by 8 foot and 2x4s by 12 and a box of screws, and they cost me right at $40. Okay, and then I went back and I got a right at $70 something roll. It was a 50 foot by 4 foot roll of 50 foot by 6 foot roll of wire. So it is going to be exactly enough to cover that, and that's with me putting the chicken wire up across the door and everything, and then cutting the doorway out. So I'm going to staple it good all around there, or maybe even put a strip of wood around it, and then cut it out so that I know that it won't be pushed in so easily. So I'm hoping that turns out good. Hey, Miss Wheat, how are you? Everybody I've had so many comments about your tiny house. Everybody loves it. Oh, girl, I get so many comments on it. I've gotten more comments on it than I've gotten on anything else. So I'm really glad. Hey, I might ought to be doing these tiny houses instead of trying to do YouTube. Trying to do this farm thing. But anyway, geez. It's going to be an experience. Right now, my chickens, I let them out almost every day, unless it's pouring down rain or something. I let them out after about 3 o'clock. And so that way they can come out and free range and run around and dust bathe or whatever they want to do. But I wait till about 3. That way, most of the time they've laid all the eggs they're going to lay, because they tend to bloop, 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 off into the sunset and pop an egg out, you know, under the propane gas tank, or in one of the back sheds or something, because we have all these old buildings around here. That's what's going on right now, guys. So you guys give me any ideas of what I can do. Oh, and I have put up about 12 quarts of the green beans already, and they're still loaded. I'm picking every day, and I've gotten about 15 tomatoes off of my vines, but I would have had a whole lot more, but my free-ranging chickens, the little devils, have been going down there and pecking them. So I've been picking them off and throwing them to them. So I put a lot of that 2x4 wire around it, hoping that they won't get in there. And then one of the little devils figured out how to get under the wire, so I had to go down and tack that down. So far, so good. Nobody has come in there and took over or it gotten any more. Now, I may have one of those tomato worms, the green inchy looking worms that eat up the tomato vines, because I've got some leaves missing. So I've got to get out there and try my best to find it if it's there. Somebody said to use a blue light. I think a blue light. Have any of you heard of using a blue light to make to save or to be able to see the worms on your tomatoes? Now I have these squash bugs, and they tend to eat up your tomatoes also, but they're tearing up my mullein plants right now, so that's all they're interested in. So as long as they stay over on the mullein, I'll be happy, because I've collected my mullein for this year. So we're just going to let those suckers go. And then after it all dries out, I'll take that seed pod down, crush up the seeds, and take them and throw them back in the back. You know, I got 40 acres here, so I'll throw them back in the back of the property. And if they come up, great. If they don't come up, that's okay too. If any of you have ever used mullein, it's really, really good. And you talk about having to cough. Oh my God, if you try to smoke it, it will make you cough like crazy. But they say that's what it's supposed to do. I've done a lot of research, and they say that's what it's supposed to do. So getting back to the chicken coop, I got off on a scramble there. You know how it is. Brain's not working like it used to. Or maybe it's working the same. I don't know. But let's see. So I've got 40, and then the right at 80. So that's what? 120. So far I got 120 in it. Oh, and the wood for the door and across the back, it was just scrap wood where we tore down an old mobile home. So I guess if you had to buy that, it would have been another 8-foot piece. Maybe 4 more 8-foot pieces. Maybe. I don't know. But anyway, it seems to be doing good. And I had someone comment that they really enjoyed seeing my place and hearing about my farm. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. It's just so that I just love animals. My husband says, you sure do spend a lot of money on these animals for nothing. You never eat none of them. I know. But every once in a while, I will get in the mood and I'll sell them. Or if, we get too many babies, I'll sell the babies, especially the boys, as far as the goats go and sheep. They will get sold. And then whatever happens to them after they leave me, I won't feel bad. O'Rourke's Littlefield says they have 2 plants and they have not consumed any of it yet, about to harvest some. Hey, if you cut those leaves off or break them off, you can break them off just as well as cut them, and bring them in. I put mine on a tray, like a baking tray, and I set them out on the deck rail when there's a slight breeze. And you can't wash those suckers because the dirt will just cake in there then. But if you will take that, the leaves and set them out on the rail, and it'll blow all that dust and stuff off of them as they dry out. And when they get real dry, you'll hear them going cracking and crinkling like almost like cardboard or a paper bag, maybe is a better description. But when you pull them, you bring them in. Now, a lot of times I'll take mine and cut them up, and I'll make the mullein tea. And I'll put some honey. Sometimes I'll put some lemon. Every once in a while, I'll put some spearmint or a little lemon balm in with it, just to have different flavor to make it taste better. I get sick of drinking water. Well, water, what can I say? But I hope that you guys like it. And when you take those yellow flowers off, you take them and go ahead and you can put them in like your coffee strainer or a little strainer basket, that's little tiny, like little wire, stainless steel wire strainer, and rinse them. And now I've not made tea with the flowers. I've only made tea with the leaves. I don't know. I know the flowers are a lot stronger, and they really help you when you get real bad cold. My daughter's brother, I was never married to their dad. We lived together for a long time, and I got pregnant, and I was all excited, and I told him, and blah, blah, blah. You know how that goes. He left out, so. But I sent Shad some, and I don't know how well he did it, but he was in and out of the hospital quite a bit with it. And I sent him some honey and some stuff, and he really got better. I can't say that's what done it, but it helps me. And I've had these things quite a bit. Now, there's a lot of videos on it. And hey, after I did my long green beans, I noticed, man, it popped up a bunch of videos about them. And I found out I knew that they were from an Asian country. And I ordered mine from a magazine. And also, when I ordered mine, I ordered 2 or 3 other things. And I want me some English cucumbers, but I have not been able to find them. But I'm going to figure out how to get some. There's a lady in Florida that does YouTube. And if I have to, I'll just get her to send me some seeds because she grows them. And they're supposed to be delicious. They're really good for eating, not for like pickling, because just regular cucumbers is what I pickle. And God knows I put up. I'll probably put up, when I start canning, I'll end up canning probably 50 jars of something. Like I put up 49, I put up about 53 jars of pears. But the lady that gave me the pears, I sent her a couple of jars. She didn't want but a few. And so I sent them, and I didn't make them real sweet like pear preserves, because we like ours in like for a pie. And then if you want some pear preserves and you need some, you can just take a jar and put it in a pan and add some more sugar and cook it down to where it gets thick. Now, also, the juice that I have left, I don't know if any of you guys have done this, but I save the juice. When I get through putting all my pears in my jars and get them in my processor and all that, my pressure cooker, I will save that juice, add a little sugar to it, and cook it down. And boy, it makes the best pancake syrup you would not believe. So if you've never done that, that's a good idea. Also, my kids love it. And I make salsa with my tomatoes, and we eat tomato sandwiches out the yin yangs. So even though my grandkids that have been staying here off and on are going, oh, a tomato sandwich, can we go to McDonald's today? But anyway, let's see. O'Rourke's Littlefield just said that they got to go to the Matrix and crank one out. You got this. Hey, thank you. I'm trying my best. There's one thing I can say is I've always been able to talk. But when I get in a group of people that I don't know, I tend to just kind of stand there and be quiet. So, got me a little sipping juice. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but if you went to the Mid-America meetup and sat over there in the group at night with Come On and DD5 and White Rock Homestead and 3 Mississippi, the whole gang that was over there listening to music that they couldn't post anything on. We were, I kind of had some that I shared, so that tells you anything. And hey, hello, Jan at Simply Jan Homestead. She's come in. Thank you, Jan. I appreciate it. You are the sweetest lady. Every time I see her, I get so tickled, and I love that hat she's got. It is so funny when she decides to become her alter ego, you guys. And the second meetup, about 2 weeks there at the lake, after we had our meetup, they were having them a good old time that night. I just sitting here at the house. I don't go to bed until late because I have a hard time sleeping. It looked like they were having a ball. Hey, Kevin Henderson is here. He says, hey, Rambling Pete. Well, hey, Kevin, how are you? Don't know you, but I'll talk to you. I'm glad you're here. So my husband's been laughing at me. He says, have you got your itinerary? Have you got everything planned? What you going to say? I said, no, I ain't got nothing planned. You know how it is. In fact, I was in the bathroom a while ago and it said 5:59. I said, oh, crap, I got to get in yonder. So I am winging it, you guys. That's the way I am. So I'm going to try to keep this thing going for another 10 or 15 minutes, maybe longer, if you guys will keep sending me something to talk about. My critters, I have somebody has liked the little comment with Casper, my Yorkies, wanting the ball on the mantle that wasn't on the mantle. Bless his heart. We put his ball up on the mantle a few times, and now it doesn't matter where his ball is. He thinks it's on that darn mantle. Oh, you're Jan's husband. Well, great to meet you. Okay, I met you at the Mid-America meetup. Okay, well, I can't see you, Kevin, on the picture, so maybe I need to put my glasses on, huh? Let me see if I can see you any better. Oh, yeah, I see you now. I need to put on my glasses more. I couldn't, okay. Yeah, I do remember seeing you. Thank you, Kevin, for coming in here and supporting me and trying to get my hours up. I'm doing the best I can, you guys. I don't know anything about YouTube. Absolutely nothing. I just started going to, I went to the Tulsa meetup because I was watching the Crockers, and they sent me over to, of course, Jared and Matt, and then their parents and everybody else. And then they sent me over to, dang, my mind just went blank. The crazy couple. That's what I call them. Oh, ding dong, ding dong. Corey and Cynthia, yeah. I started watching them, and they are so funny. I get so tickled at them because I'm thinking to myself, if Joey talked to me like that, I would knock his ass out. That's just all there is to it. But I guess it's their thing. And I have a friend that I used to ride horses with, and him and his wife chittered back and forth like that, just like they do. And they said it was love talking. I'm thinking to myself, not for me. But anyway, yeah, Jan, that is where we first met. You were over there with your hat on and everything else. That's right. We were at the Tulsa, Oklahoma meetup the Crockers put on. That's right. And I didn't know a soul. I talked to a few people, and I helped Jared and Jason and them put their sell their t-shirts. So you guys may know me from seeing me there, but that's about it. I talked to people, as much as I could, but I didn't know any of these channels, never heard of a lot of them until I got there. And then I came home and started watching other people's channels and subscribed, and I couldn't tell you how many people I'm subscribing to now. But anyway, that's where all of this started, just from watching the Crockers. So you guys can blame them if you don't like it. Oh, Jan says that's her loose, crazy sister. Oh, yeah, I got one of those. I have a friend named Phil, and we call him Paul when he gets to drinking because his personality changes completely. And he's so much fun when he's Paul, I'm telling you. But now, I'll tell you guys what we did. Took my daughter and one of her friends on a trip down to Panama City for one of the bike weeks. And we've all ridden motorcycles all our lives. So took the kids down there, and we were staying at the motel with my buddy Phil. We went to a place, and, it was on one of those poker runs. So we were all there, and the phone rings, and it's the little girl. They were like 14, maybe 14. And her parents called. Dang, I get to looking for it, and I can't find neither one of them. I am freaking out because here's these parents on the phone wanting their daughter, and I'm going, I don't see them. I can't find them. Maybe they're in the bathroom. Let me go. Phil has took them out and took them next door to some kind of one of those things that slingshot things that takes them way up in the sky and drops them down, which I wasn't worried about them at all with Phil. But I'm just going, Phil, dang it, you're supposed to let me know so at least I'll know. So finally, I called the parents back, and I said, okay, I found them. we'd give them some money and they were doing the slingshot, but I didn't know that they were in line for it. So that's where they were. So got that covered. That girl's parents probably hated me after that. And that's about it as far as that goes. Now, I have 2 children. I have both are girls. My oldest daughter's name is Tanya. And they say she looks a lot like me, or looked like me when I was young. I'm old and chubby now, but she's very pretty. And then I have a younger daughter that is 7 years younger, and I couldn't trade her for a boy. I'm sorry, Tanya. Tanya wanted to trade her off to a friend of mine that had a little boy. Just have to stick with what you get, baby. And they've just moved from Ohio to Florida, and they're doing good, doing real good. She does work from home and loves it. You know, they're real techie, so I could get them to come up and help me, but, you know, they're so busy with the kids. They have 3 boys, and they adopted a little girl, and she is just the light of our life. She's so funny. They wanted a girl. They wanted a girl really bad. They tried 3 times, didn't get a girl, and they give up. So we got a girl the hard way. But she's worth it. Anyway, we love the little squirt. I tried to get her to come up. Her brother's here for the week, visiting with his granddaddy. They call him Da. And but I figure he'll be calling me in the next day or 2, wanting to come over and hang out. And tried to get her to stay. And she's never been away from Brandy and them since, I think she spent one night, maybe one night, from 7 o'clock at night till the next morning early, away from them, but that's it. And so she was a little nervous about this. So that's about what's going on here, guys. And I've almost made it 30 minutes. Holy crap. Come on, guys, say something to me. I'm getting at a loss for words. Any other time, these crazy dogs that I have my male dog is Casper, and he's white. He has black on his ears and on his little butt. And then I have 4 girls. They are Josie, she's 13 years old. And then I have Tilly. Tilly is like 3. Then I have Rosie that just turned 2. And then we have Maggie May. And Maggie is a chocolate Yorkie too. The others are Josie and Tilly are standard black and gold. Maggie is chocolate. And she's fading out. She looks light brown now because she stays outside so much playing. We have them fenced in, and they get into everything. They will eat my chickens in a heartbeat. So I cannot let them little critters get outside. So we have to do everything we can to keep them beat back from the door when we go in and out. Because sometimes they'll sneak by, especially if the turkeys are out there. For some reason, they want those turkeys bad. And the crazy mama turkey had 9 babies. She lost a couple of them on her own. And then the dang dong brought the turkeys to the front yard that we've got fenced off. And of course, before I could get out there, they had killed 2 of the little babies. So we have 3 left now. But she's doing good with what she's got. And yes, God, it's a lot of dogs. The Maggie, you want to come see me? Did you want to come and see me? You can come. I'll let you come. Rosie, we're looking for a home for Rosie. Rosie is extremely jealous. I mean, extremely jealous. And here's my Casper man. Let me see if I can get him up here. Oh, you guys, this is Casper. Say hello. Say hello to the people's man. Oh, Casper is a little love bug. He is my sweetie. And if these others would be half as sweet as him and Tilly, we would have it made. But, oh, no, they're not going to be sweet. Come here, Tilly. You want to introduce yourself? We're not starting. This is Tilly, guys. Tell him, hey. Tell him, hey, baby. Jully is a sweetie. Hey, Rosie. Uh-oh, God, y'all, I got them started. I better put them down. Go on, go on. They're going to kill each other now. And yes, that is a law. That is a racket. And they carry on. Like I say, they're so jealous. I just picked up Josie. No, Tilly. Rosie and Maggie are jealous of Tilly. Tilly is Maggie's mother. Why is she so jealous of them? And yes, Kevin, this is my first live stream. And I got my help. Yeah, it's hard to think of stuff to talk about when you're just talking to the screen. But anyway, those little monsters of mine, I love them to death, but God knows I just want to choke them to death sometimes. I got me a bark collar. It just vibrates. Well, as long as I've got it on there, most of the time they're real good. But holy crap, you take that sucker off and it's like, ha! Katie, bar the door. They're going to act a fool. And I see my daughter Tanya is in here. She's still watching. Thank you, Tanya. I know it's rough on you, honey. I know. She says, Mama, you're doing YouTube. Oh, thank you, Jan. I appreciate that. She said that I was doing a good job. I'm proud. My husband is in the other room. He says, oh, no, let me get through here and get out of here before I get invited into this crap. It's like when we done Miss Wheat's tiny house, we went down and I had called her and told her that I was doing YouTube and that I wanted to do her tiny house. So I called her that morning and I said, Wheat. So I've known Miss Wheat forever. She used to work with plants and she can tell you just about anything about plants, and she can grow. If it's a stick out there in the yard that looks dead, she can pick it up and take it home and she will grow something beautiful out of it. I've never seen anything like it. She's got that green thumb, definitely. But she used to be a tattoo artist too, and so I've known her forever. Not that I have tattoos, you guys, but I mean they're okay. I'm just scared of needles. I've had so many needles and things with all this cancer and lupus and all that I don't care for any more needles. But Kevin says that when him and Jan do lives, they just fly by the seat of their pants. And hey, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm just sitting here coming up with something. I don't know if you guys can see my sign, but it says, thanks. Thank God for dirty dishes, for they have a tale to tell. When others may go hungry, we're eating very well. With home health and happiness, I shouldn't want to fuss. By the stack of evidence, God's been very good to us. So I took my dishwasher out. It was wasted space. I never used the darn thing. Maybe twice a year if we had a big get together, but so I got rid of that thing and built my trash can in where the dishwasher was. So that made it easier. So there's always some dirty dishes in the sink here. I mean, I can wash them, but we eat off of paper plates most of the time because we just eat sandwiches for lunch. And, we done got old. When the kids were little, I cooked all the time. And now that there's nobody here but me and Joey, and sometimes not even that, we eat out more than we cook at home. But I do have the food, and Joey has given me a hard time about, says I'm prepping. I guess I am prepping. I got up me plenty of sugar and flour and cornmeal and noodles and grits and whatever that will keep for practically forever, like 20 years or so. And I have got them up, and I've got boxes of other stuff just in case, because we don't know what this economy is going to do, because it is not looking good out there, you guys. But Kevin, I don't know if that will ever happen. If you watch my video with us pulling fence post, he doesn't talk. I make enough talking for us both. Now let him buddies get up there and them drink a couple of Budweisers, and they can carry on for hours about motorcycles. And he loves Harley Davidsons and has rode motorcycles all his life. So, and I've known Joey all his life. We've been married 25 years. This year in December, I think it'll be 25 years. Yep. Been together 2 years before that. So, you know. Kevin said that he didn't want to do it either, but he kind of enjoys it now. So that's great. That's great. Maybe Joey will in the future. He just likes to laugh at me. When I started building my chicken coop for the bobblehead chickens, that's what I call them. My husband was laughing at me, and he said that he was laughing at me. He says, okay, this is another Carol trap. And I says, no, honey. I said, oh, you researched this one. This is something people build on YouTube. He said, oh, you mean this is not something you just come up with like you always do? I said, no, I'm really building something that's been built before now. I'm putting my spin on it, of course, you know. But this is the way it goes. Anyway, you guys, it has been almost 40 minutes. When we get to 40 minutes, I think we're going to end this. I am running out of things to say. And I'm sure that there are other people out there that probably had lives planned. If you guys know of a good time that I could do a live where somebody that's in our group there is not watching or already doing a live, I would love it if you guys would let me know. And if you have not already, go in there and click on all my videos and like on them, make a comment so that it'll get me higher up on the algorithm, as they say. Hey, I've got 65 subscribers. Woohoo! I told Miss Wick, when I get to 100, I'm sending somebody a t-shirt. So y'all get prepared. All you folks that have subscribed to me so far, you'll be on the list. And Kevin, I'll add your name to the list. And okay, Kevin says, well, it's not his channel, so he has no obligation. But I can just participate and have fun when I want. Hey, that sounds like the best way. Maybe I need to be doing that. I'm trying to find a group that does meetups and stuff from around this area because, you know, I live down here in Georgia, Midwest Georgia. And, you know, I heard that they had a meetup over in Alabama somewhere, but I have no clue where. And so I'm going to try to find some people around this area that I'm losing it here, y'all. That might be able to give me some pointers and things like somebody said that I need to go at least a certain amount of time, and it seems like it was 8 minutes or 10 minutes, but that was before I ever started YouTube, so I didn't click up here. So now, and this editing thing, I don't know anything about computers. I'm scared to touch anything. So, hey, I'm getting better. I do something. I've got them in there now, and I'm getting them out of there. But I can't get them to go. I'm using Filmora. I guess that's how it's pronounced. Filmora, editing software. And Jan says yes, at least 8 minutes. That's great. Yeah, I couldn't remember. I think Mike at MT Homestead on one of their lives that they were doing, I had text in and he was telling me, yeah, I need to go ahead and do it. And that's why I got started not knowing everything, because everybody goes, well, you're supposed to know that if you're going to do this. And I said, look, they said, jump in head first. Don't ask any questions. Don't say anything. Just do it. Because if you keep waiting till you know how to do everything, you will never do it. So you guys, I want to, we're going to round this up. I'm going to give it, we'll give it 45 minutes because we're already over the 40-minute thing. But I want to thank you guys so much for coming in here and making this easier on me. Jan, you are such a sweetheart. Thank you so much. And Kevin, sorry I didn't know that you were the better half or the worse half. I'm not sure which. But you're her better half anyway, right? And all the rest of you guys, thank you so much. And I don't know anything about how to get a moderator in here, but right now I don't have enough people coming in here to worry about moderating. I was afraid there wouldn't be anybody in here. And thank you, Wheat, so much. And Tanya, you too, for taking time out of y'all's day to sit here and listen to me, blah, 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 blah. Sent Madison and Haley, my granddaughters, a message, and hadn't heard anything from them, but it doesn't look like they're in here, or if they are, they're not letting me know it. But that's okay too. You know how it is with your grannies, your grandyoungins. God, guys, we got 3 more minutes. Come on. Oh, Jan says it's great spending time with me. And Kevin says he's the worst half, probably. I don't know. I'll have to see what Jan says the next time we're around and we're doing a little sipping. She may, according to what's going on that day, is what the answer would be. And you guys, I met the couple at White Rock, and they are so sweet. So if you guys know them or have looked at them, y'all go over and give them some love. They are putting out. Her name is Tara. I think his name is Jason. I don't know. I think that's his name. But they are really down to earth, and they are so funny. And I just love watching them. And they were so fun to be around there at the meetup. They were just easy to talk to, made it really easy. And I liked Mike at DD5's wife. She was so sweet. Poor girl. She's like my Joey. She doesn't get a chance to say anything because we rule the show when it comes to, it is Jason and Tara. Oh, Jan says they're friends. Great. I know they are so sweet. And you guys, 2 more minutes. Come on. 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Okay. But they were so sweet. And Lisa, Mike's wife, she just seems like such a good girl. And I'm glad that she was quiet and nervous and didn't know anybody. And I tried to talk to her, but I don't know I don't really know anything to say, but I enjoy watching them. They are funny and entertaining. But 3 Mississippi was super nice to me too. I like them. They are so sweet. Her husband Mike and Sid and their daughter Frankie, they were so entertaining. They were just really nice, down to earth people, and she's so pretty that it just, my sister's like that. And it's like you don't know whether you should talk to her or not. She's so pretty, you feel self-conscious or whatever around it, but she was just super nice. And she has seemed like to me that she just down to earth. It just seems like an everyday normal person. So that was really good to get to meet them. And of course, Mike and his wife with MT Homestead, they were so much fun. And just wanted to let you guys know that I'm thinking about you. And Becky Walters just came on and she said, hello. Well, hello, Becky. How are you? I'm doing the best I can. I'm about to run out of voice here. Trying to keep something going. I'm probably fixing to end this. I'm running out of things to say. If you'd been on here just a little bit earlier, you'd have heard probably half of my life story. Oh, I didn't tell y'all. I did work at Duracell for 20 something years. I was a mechanic there. I was a machine operator there. I cut grass there to keep from getting laid off when I first went to work there not long. So I have done it all. Thank you, Becky. I'm glad you're doing good. I'm glad you joined us tonight. Um, so, I mean, I had 2 kids to feed. I was doing it on my own. So, I mean, my oldest daughter's dad is dead. He was a veteran. And he was, super, super good father, very good father. And so I had a lot of help and support with her. But my youngest daughter's dad, he wasn't interested in daughters, I guess. He loves his son, but he just never has been a real father. Now her brother Shad is a super good father, and he just took over that father role and practically raised her. He was more like a daddy than he was a brother, and he was there. I have to say, give him kudos for it. He was there when I got ready to go somewhere, or when it was supposed to be his dad's weekend and his dad was off gallivanting somewhere. Shad would cancel whatever plans he had, and he wasn't 16 or 17 years old, and would keep her, and it didn't matter. And he, before then, when he was little, he didn't want his mom and dad, or me and his dad, to be together, because, all kids want their mom and daddies back together. So, and that's just natural. So, thank you, Kevin. I'm going to get that hour in if I keep talking, right? I'm doing the best I can. But Shad was, he saved me many times, bless his heart. And he would come over, and me and him would watch horror movies. It was so funny because we suddenly became friends after he found out that I was pregnant and he was getting a little sister or brother, which we didn't know for sure, and I didn't find out. But, I wanted a little boy, but we got that girl, and, dang, you get what you get. And she's the light of our life, so we love her to death, bless her heart. She stayed 9 for about 7 years to my husband. Because when she was 9, she used the excuse for everything. And I'm just 9. So, and Joey would catch her looking in the refrigerator, and he would say, "What you doing? You at the entertainment center?" Because she would just have the door open and be looking in there, just standing with the door open, So it became the entertainment center. So to this day, we still laugh about those things. And every once in a while, I look at Joey, and especially when I really do something bad, I'll go, "I'm just 9." And yes, I have always lived in Georgia, but I have traveled quite a bit. I've been to Canada and a lot of European countries, Germany, Switzerland, Romania, England. Where's the place with Holland? I was going to say all the windmills. Yeah, I like to travel. And that's why I named myself the Georgia, the Rambling Peach, because, I mean, you just say go and I'm ready. I don't have to pack, baby, because I can get me something on the way. Oh, Kevin has an uncle that lives in Atlanta. I hate Atlanta. I do not like all that traffic. I get all anxious and nervous driving through it. So I don't go unless I have to, and usually it's just to the airport to catch a plane. Hey, I like to go to Vegas. And are any of you guys going on the cruise? I'm thinking about it. Just found out where to get the information from the Rambling Brahms. Rambling Brahms. And so I got to get on there and actually call and find out what it cost. And, because we got 2 years to pay for it. So anyway, I may be dead in 2 years, but somebody's going to get my money when I'm dead. I might as well pay for a cruise, I guess. If I don't get to use it, maybe somebody else can go in my place. Oh, great. I think it would be fun. I love to go on cruises. I've been on quite a few, and I've done got my kids going on cruises. My youngest daughter and her 4 kids and husband went on one this last year at right after Christmas. No, it was 2 years ago, right after Christmas. And we're all going on one in November, the week before Thanksgiving. Tanya's not going. She just got a new job, but the rest of us are going, and my oldest granddaughter's going. I tried to get Tanya's younger daughter to go, but she's all in love and can't leave her boyfriend 5 minutes. I remember those years, guys. I put off my first trip to Europe because her dad says, "Oh, let's wait. Why don't you wait and go when I can go with you? We'll have more fun." So I didn't go. And then it was like 30 years before I got to go. So dang, don't put off till tomorrow what you can do today, because there may not be a tomorrow, you guys. So we got 2 years to come up with that money, Kevin. Start putting back $10 or $15. Don't go to eat this week. Put that money in a sugar jar or an envelope or just put it on the cruise. If you go ahead and sign up for it now, you can, a lot of those places you can take the money out automatically. It's just so much a month. Like the one that we're going on in November, they're taking out money each month out of my checking account. Well, off PayPal. And then PayPal, of course, gets it out of my checking account. But that way, it's paid for when I decide to go, And if my granddaughter backs out on me, I haven't listed her yet, so heck, I'll drag somebody else along. I'll list them before the cruise actually starts. So, Tanya, Madison, if you're on here, you better not back out on me, because I am not going to cry. I'm going to take somebody else in your place. All right, we have 7.5 more minutes, and I am definitely getting out of here. Oh, no, Jan says their air conditioning system has to be redone, and they would love to go to Atlanta. Oh, Alaska, yes. I've dreamed of going to Alaska. Another place that I would like to go is down under, what is it, Australia. Now, I'd like to go to Africa, too. I think it would be really nice to see all the animals and things, but I'm not going to be one of them crazy people that's out there trying to get pictures with them, because I'll get them with a selfie from a distance and they'll be in the background. This girl ain't getting eat. I love me. Oh, yeah, those air conditioning systems are expensive. Have you thought about doing one of those mini splits? I don't know about you guys, but they say they work really good and are really, really cheap. If I had known about mini splits when I put the one in here, I would have done that in a minute, because it would be so much nicer. The one that I have, I paid probably $7,000 or $8,000, and you get them people to come out here once a year to do their, they come out and they say they're servicing it. They don't do anything. They don't clean the coils. They, if you carry on to them, they will take the water hose and spray it off. I thought servicing was to check the Freon, make sure everything's working, nothing's loose. You guys, I'm dying here. But, I was just disappointed. I did not know that servicing means they just come out there and charge you $300 once a year. I would not do it. Miss Wick said she had a great time when she went to Greece. She went on a cruise and got to go into Greece. I did it when my kids were in Germany. My youngest daughter and her husband are military. And so when they were in Germany, I went over. And, of course, I had home base at their house. And then I'd catch a train or catch one of those little jumper flights. And I'd go to another country and I'd do the tours. It's Paris, Amsterdam. Hey, I wanted to go to Amsterdam and check out the whole experience, but my younger grandkids were with me. My daughter and her husband and their kids went with us, and they were little kids, so I didn't get that full experience going to Amsterdam, if you know what I mean. I always heard about Amsterdam. You know, everybody talks about Amsterdam. I did see, and I did not know that stuff grows and they have different varieties and different kinds. I thought it was just plain old, you know, the whatever you can get around anywhere in the boondocks, whatever. That tells you what I know about stuff. So, and anyway, dang y'all, 4 more minutes, 4 minutes and 15 seconds. Come on. Haley is in here. Hey, Haley. Yay. I hope Monk's in here too. Hey, Monk, if you're there in the background, that's my youngest granddaughter of Tanya's. And yes. Hey, Haley, you ain't changed your mind about that cruise yet, have you, baby girl? Wish I could add you now. I don't know, but if your sister backs out, I'll put your name on there if you want to go. Oh, Casper, I love you, baby. I do love you, little man. You want to come back up here? And Casper's got to get back in here. Casper's my man. This is my Casper boy. Anyway, yes, we forgot what I was talking about. It's another one of them Willie moments when my mind goes, yoo-hoo. I asked the doctor, was I beginning to get Alzheimer's? You know, they give me all these tests, and he says, no, you don't have Alzheimer's. This is just part of growing old. And I said, well, I thought when you forgot everything, it meant you had Alzheimer's. But, you know, obviously no. I'm glad you made it in here, Haley. Glad you came, hon. So 3 more minutes, guys. 3 more minutes. And y'all will get a break from this mouth. Trying to think of some of the other places. Oh, when I went to Switzerland, it was so nice. I love Switzerland. I could live there. It was beautiful to me. When I went to Holland, it was okay, but the motel we stayed at was a really fancy place, and it was right on the water, which, you know, where we were at, there were no beaches or anything like that. It's just a brick wall, a rock wall, and bam, you're right there into a bunch of rocks in the water. So, anyhow, we, but I mean, it was pretty, you know, and, I went to Neuschwanwick. It's the castle that they did. It's a Disney castle supposedly over there. Not in Switzerland or Holland. I think that's in England, I believe. And went all the way up there, and the darn doors were locked. I mean, and you walk up a hill. So about halfway up, we jumped a ride on one of those carts that you pay to go. So we paid after we'd done walked half of it, and then we walked back because it's much easier to walk down the hill than it is up. And anyway, but yeah, we had a good time. You know, I don't know about that either, Jan. I know that Country Road Cure, they got one with 3 units, you know, 3 of the units that you put on the walls, but they make them with, you know, 5 or 6 units. So you can put one in each bedroom in your living area or whatever. And they say they work great. I have a friend that's put in a bunch of them. He says that those things work good. It's about that time, guys. Yay! So it's a countdown. Thank you so much for being there. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, hey, you know, you're going to get to hear me jabber on about nothing and everything for an hour every once in a while. So it's got to be fun. So, hey, 48, 10 seconds left, guys. And you guys are through with me. So we'll see y'all next time. And it was fun to be on here with you. And maybe I'll get some run time. Bye, guys.